In this video we're going to take a look at how you do charts in Excel. First of all, if you want to do charts are on the Insert tab, and they're in the Charts group right here. And it has a bunch of options. These are not all of the options for doing charts, but it has probably the most common ones that you'd want here. And what I want to do is I want to create a column chart. Column chart is simply one where the bars go up and down. If the bars go horizontally, Excel calls that a bar chart. And we're also going to look at line charts in another video. We're going to look at pie charts in another video. And so we'll look at those four. It's got other more interesting kinds of charts, but we're not going to cover those in the videos. Okay, so here's what I want. I want a list of the team names across the bottom of the chart. And I want one bar for the number of wins for each team, and I want one bar for the number of losses for each team. Okay, and it's usually easier if you just select your data before you start. And so I want all of this stuff in. Now I also want a legend that has the word wins and losses, so I know which bar is which. I don't want the word teams. So you might be tempted to select your data by starting here in A3 and neglecting the word teams, and then doing selecting another range by holding the control key down and selecting this data over here. And it's kind of hard to see, but this one cell here in A2 was not selected, and that's not actually the way to do it. We'll come back to that in a few minutes, but Excel gets kind of confused if your selection is not a rectangle. So that selection had this little corner cut out of it, so it was not a rectangle. We're going to select everything from here all the way down to the bottom, and then we're going to go up here and we're going to go to the Insert tab, the Charts group, and we're going to tell we want to insert a column chart, and it gives us a number of choices here. And most of the time you want the first one here, or if you want to make it look 3D, you can do the first one here. There are some other variations here, but before you try one of those, make sure you understand exactly how it works. Most of the time when you're doing a column chart, you're going to want the first one in the column. So let's select this first item here, clustered column chart, and this is what we get. And this is pretty much exactly what we wanted. And all we really had to do was select the data, and Excel created the chart for us. If you select the data correctly, it will create the chart. And after you've done that, you can go in and you can tweak it as much as you want. So that's creating a simple column chart in Excel. I'm going to delete that. I just selected the border and then hit delete. And the other thing I want to do in this video is I want to show you some common mistakes that people make when they're selecting data for a chart. So let's go back to that original example that I gave you, and we will leave teams out, and we'll start down here at A3. Then we'll hold the control key down. Whoops, I missed the control key. Let's try that again. So hold the control key down and select this stuff. So there's one cell that is not selected. That's the only difference in my selection this time from the time before. And I'm going to tell it I want to insert a column chart, and this is what I get. Okay, it's pretty ugly. It's not even close to what I wanted, and the only thing I did different was I didn't include this word right here, and this is what Excel gives you. I'm not even sure how I'd go back in and easily fix this. The easiest way to do it probably is just delete the chart. So I'm going to click on the border here and hit the delete key and then start over. So the rule is that you must select a rectangle, or if you select non-adjacent ranges, that those ranges must be able to, if you slide them all together, they must form a rectangle. Okay, here's another common mistake. Let's say you do know that you're supposed to select everything from here all the way down to here. And let's also pretend that there's a little bit of intervening data here, and so we do have to select our data as two ranges. So we select this, and then I let go of the mouse and I hold the control key down and I click and drag, and sometimes you just let go of the mouse too soon. So I just let go of the mouse there. And what you might be tempted to do is say, okay, well, I know I need those last 4 cells there, so hold the control key down again and click and drag and select those 4 cells. Now I've got all of the data that I need. I've got the exact same data selected that I had when I created the chart originally, but I didn't select it the same way. I selected it as one range here for the teams, and then 2 ranges over here for the wins and losses. And if I go to Insert now and click on 2D column chart, that is what you get. And again, that is nothing at all like what I wanted. And the reason that Excel got confused is because I selected this stuff as 2 separate ranges instead of as a single range. So when you're selecting data for an Excel chart, make sure that you select a rectangle, and make sure that when you're selecting a column or columns, you do it in one continuous selection from the top of the column to the bottom. If you accidentally let go of the mouse too soon, just cancel your selection, go back and start over. And we'll look at some other ways to modify your charts in our next video.